It is another footballing weekend, and here are my predictions. And just like a little taste of preview for the matches we're going to have this weekend. First, we're going to have Crystal Palace hosting Manchester City at the Selhurst Park tonight. And on that game, I think it's going to be a very straightforward game. Manchester City have always owned Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace have only defeated Manchester City once in their last 5 meetings. So I'm going for Manchester City to win that game, 3-1, and Elneny to score a brace. You see, I'm very specific with that. Then we're going to be having Manchester United going against Ipswich at the Old Trafford. Manchester United have not really made a good account of themselves. In the last 2 games, they've lost 2. Ipswich in their last 5 games have won all 5. They are undefeated. I think they won 4, drew 1, or won all 5. They are undefeated in their last 5 games. You see that Ipswich, it's very easy to look down on them. But I think they are going to be doing wonders this season. They are going to be spoiling a lot of people's tickets this season. But despite that, I think Manchester United will have more than enough to hurt them at the Old Trafford. Considering the fact that it is at the Old Trafford, I think Manchester United is going to be winning that game. But it's going to be more difficult than a lot of people think it will be. Chelsea against Brighton, that is the most difficult one. Hold on, man, I'll tell you something. Do you know that in the last 5 meetings between Chelsea and Brighton have defeated Chelsea 4 times? No, do you know? Man, I shock you. Brighton in the last 5 meetings against Chelsea have defeated Chelsea 4 times. And considering how they played against Aston Villa, thrashing Aston Villa 4-0 in the first half, and they just soft-pedaled in the second half. That game against Chelsea is going to be extremely difficult. I think it's going to end in a 2-2 draw. Because Chelsea's attack is very lethal, but Chelsea's defense is suspect, even with the addition of Lacroix. Lacroix is trying, but Lacroix can't play the entire defense line alone. So I'm going to be going for that game to end in a 2-2 draw. Liverpool are going to be playing against Nottingham Forest. Liverpool, not very good against Newcastle in their first game. Against Nottingham Forest in their last 5 games, they've won 2, they've lost 2, they've drawn 1. So you can know that match is very difficult to predict. But this Nottingham Forest is not the same Nottingham Forest that ended last season. So I might be tilting towards Liverpool a little bit to maybe defeat Nottingham Forest, maybe 2-1 or maybe 1-0. Then the last one in the Premier League that I will be talking about, I'll be making a preview of, is Aston Villa hosting Arsenal at the Villa Park. Aston Villa, you see, normally, Unai Emery know they start the season well. But you see, this Aston Villa is now even different from the previous Aston Villa. They've sold almost all their good players. Now you're getting in the likes of Nicholas Jackson, Wan-Bissaka. Well, they might still eventually get it together, but I think Arsenal will be too strong for them to handle this weekend. And considering the fact that Bruno Guimaraes is in contention to play this weekend, I think it's going to be very difficult for Newcastle to hold on to Arsenal. So I will predict Arsenal to win that game 3-1. Real Madrid will be playing against Malaga. I don't need to analyze anything about that. Real Madrid are going to be destroying Malaga, and that's all that is there to